The film opens with Vic Van Allen, depicted by Ben Affleck, riding his bicycle domestic through a peaceful lush range. As he comes to the front entryway, he energetically expels his pants, as it were to be shocked by his spouse, Melinda, played by Ana de Armas, who catches him within the act. Vic and Melinda, beside their girl Trixie, Beauty Jenkins, dwell in Louisiana. In look of a break from their schedule, they choose to go to an enthusiastic party where they rejoin with their companions, counting Vic's near companions Give, Lil Rel Howery, and Jonas, Sprint Mihak. The air is filled with chuckling and joy as everybody catches up and appreciates the company of ancient companions. Be that as it may, the good humor takes a turn when Melinda finds herself drawn to a gifted performer named Joel Sprint, depicted by Brendan C. Mill Operator. Immersed within the music and captivated by Joel's nearness, Melinda and Joel share a enthusiastic kiss exterior, unbeknownst to Vic, who observes in daunt from a separate. Feeling a blend of envy and concern, Vic looks for comfort in a discussion with his companion Mary, played by Devon Tyler. Mary communicates her stresses, almost Melinda being included with another man, but Vic tries to brush off her concerns, claiming that it doesn't influence him. In spite of his endeavor to preserve an exterior of lack of interest, Vic's feelings are in turmoil. And he inevitably joins Melinda at the piano, where she unsteadily plays a melancholic tune. The circumstance gets to be more complicated when Joel approaches Vic within the kitchen for a chat. In a minute of passionate powerlessness, Vic casually notices another companion, named Martin McRae, who had gone lost a month prior. Shockingly, Vic claims to have slaughtered Martin with a pound. In any case, Joel confuses Vic's words, taking them as a risk coordinated towards himself. Word of Vic's joke almost murdering Martin spreads all through the neighborhood, fueling hypothesis and making a discuss of doubt around him. Vic, in an endeavor to clarify his eagerly, demands that he never meant to debilitate Joel. What Vic's companions and neighbors are unconscious of is the unusual course of action he and Melinda have. They have an understanding that there's no door cleared out in their marriage, so Vic permits Melinda to lock in other connections as long as she doesn't take off him and Trixie. In any case, the circumstance gets to be progressively complicated with Joel's inescapable move, inciting Melinda to welcome him over for supper in an exertion to resolve the pressure between Vic and Joel. The supper turns out to be unbalanced, taking off Vic and Melinda battling to discover common ground. After putting Trixie to bed, Melinda trusts in Vic, uncovering that she doesn't like Joel. The couple's relationship is advanced tried when they go to a party and experience another couple, wherein Kelly Wilson, Tracy Letts and Kristen Connolly, where, an creator, is mindful of the rumors encompassing Vic and Martin's vanishing and brings it up amid their discussion. Afterward within the evening, Vic moves with Kelly, lighting a start of envy in Melinda, eventually driving them to look for comfort in each other through an energetic experience. In the midst of the turmoil in their relationship, Vic gets a phone call amid one of Trixie's soccer games. The call uncovers an installment made by Melinda to a piano educator named Charlie Delisle, Jacob Elordi. Fueled by doubt, Vic chooses to take after Charlie, inevitably finding himself in a relax where Charlie performs. Watching Charlie's energetic charm, Vic starts to suspect that Melinda is seeing Charlie behind his back. That night, news breaks that Martin's body has been found with a discharge wound to the head, with pressures running tall. Vic and Melinda go to a pool party facilitated by Jonas, where Charlie is additionally in participation. Melinda presents Charlie to Vic as her piano instructor, uninformed of their past experiences. As the night advances, Vic closely watches Melinda and Charlie getting to be closer within the pool. Afterward, as rain powers everybody interior, Vic enters the room to witness Melinda blaming him of suffocating Charlie. In spite of Vic's dissent, the allegation waits, and the police address the party visitors. Melinda works with Ware to enlist a private examiner named David Riciliani, Joel R. Martinez, to track Vic's exercises, but Vic rapidly gets to be mindful of their scheme and confronts Ware at his domestic, uncovering their arrange before Kelly and their girl. The mounting pressures thrust Vic to his limits. Watching Melinda rekindling her relationship with her college boyfriend, Tony Cameron, Finn Wittrock, Vic approaches Tony and baits him into the woods beneath the pretense of appearing him something. In a fit of seethe and franticness, Vic tosses a shake at Tony, causing him to bumble and drop down a cliff, resulting in his passing. Vic at that point endeavors to conceal Tony's body within the water, trusting to dispose of the proof. Days afterward, Vic takes Melinda and Trixie on an outing within the same woods where Tony's body lies covered up. Uneasiness builds inside Vic as Trixie about lurches upon Tony's remains. On their drive back domestic, Melinda notices having cleared out her scarf behind, unconsciously including to Vic's unease. Frequented by blame and fear, Vic returns to the woods to guarantee Tony's body remains concealed. In any case, his plans are hindered when Ware shows up within the vicinity. Vic quickly endeavors to avoid Ware from finding Tony's body. But within the prepare, Ware catches a sea of Tony's arm coasting within the water. As Ware tries to elude the scene, Vic gives chase on his bicycle. In a minute of hardship, Vic falls off his bicycle, barely dodging a collision with Don's car. Ware loses control and careens down a soak slope, coming about in a lethal crash. All through profound water, Vic Van Allen, Affleck, must bargain with his spouse Melinda, de Armas, and her apparently unending parade of darlings. Counting piano player Charlie, Jacob Elordi, and her ancient college hurl Tony, Finn Wittrock. At a party, Vic tells one of Melinda's partners that he killed a man, which in and of itself is unsettling, and as it were develops more unsettling when he giggles it off as a joke. But at that point at another party held by Vic's companion Jonas, Mihak, Charlie is found dead within the swimming pool after a hot plunge with Melinda. And in case there was any question that Vic truly could be a killer, he takes Tony out to the center of the woods and heaves a shake at his head, which causes Tony to drop down a hill and break open his head on another shake. Vic oversees to weigh Tony's body down within the waterway with indeed more rocks and considers he's gotten absent scot-free with kill. That before long changes after he and Melinda go out for a outing with their girl Trixie, Grace Jenkins. Upon getting back domestic, Melinda realizes that she cleared out her scarf and Vic goes back to urge it within the morning. He before long finds that Tony's body has coasted back to the surface and tries to thrust it down, but is caught by his modern neighbor Ware Wilson, Tracy Letts. Ware has long been suspicious of Vic's behavior, to the point where he enlisted a private examiner to look into him. He before long locks in a car chase with Vic in interest on his bicycle, yes, truly, and closes up careening off a cliff. Congrats blades out, you now not have the most idiotic car chase of all time. In the interim, Melinda finds Tony's wallet in Vic's snail niche and comes to the self-evident conclusion that her spouse killed him. This can be the kind of motion picture where a man keeping snails is shorthand for sociopathy. She begins pressing and plans to take off, until Trixie drags her bag out and tosses it into the center of the pool. Trixie at that point yells at Melinda that she doesn't need her family to be broken separated, indeed in spite of the fact that her mother has had different undertakings and her father has killed most of those partners. The film digs into the profundities of a disturbed marriage, investigating subjects of envy, selling out, and the lengths people may go to secure their claim wants and insider facts. Through a arrangement of dim occasions and startling turns, Vic and Melinda's lives are until the end of time modified, taking off them to hook with the results of their choices and the genuine nature of their relationship. The novel's finishing not as it were fits in with the thriller perspective of the film, but it too makes more sense. All through profound water, Vic is appeared to be less than copacetic with the truth that his spouse is resting around with him. And when he goes up against her on it, she's less than thoughtful to his predicament. She indeed insults him with the reality that on the off chance that she wasn't in his life, he'd likely commit suicide. The film always incites at a breaking point between the Van Allens, and counting the initial finishing from the novel would have been a culminate cap on said pressure. In step, the film closes with an astounding car chase and two individuals mysteriously choosing to remain together in spite of the truth that one's a cold-blooded killer and the other's a serial miscreant. And on the off chance that that wasn't abnormal sufficient, the conclusion credits highlight Trixie singing along to Leo Sayers' "You Make Me Feel Like Moving." It's a confusing choice in a motion picture full of confusing choices, and another imply that Trixie may have acquired her parents' hang-ups. She moreover accurately pins Charlie's kill on her father, who says that it'll be their small mystery. Child rearing. Did you guys enjoy this movie? Hit that like button and subscribe for more videos. We do this every now and then, so make sure you're always up to it every time we post new semi-erotic movies for you to enjoy. Don't forget our channel named Movie Technocrats and share it to your friends and watch the funny scenes together and make some memories with each other. Till next time, Technocrats. See you.